everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel PokéPidge. Recently a YouTuber called Taechichu, I think that's how you pronounce it, sorry if not, released a challenge to other PokéTubers to create their Pokemon mascot team. It's hard to think of a mascot team rather than just a team of 6 Pokemon that I would like to use, but I think I've got a good one assembled. So without further ado, this is my Pokemon mascot team. Now first up, being called PokéPidge means I should probably have something from the Pidgey line in my actual team. So my selection for that is Pidgeotto. Now Ash's Pidgeotto may not have ever officially won a battle in the anime, go check it out, it's genuinely true, but my Pidgeotto will win some battles. To be more specific, it is going to be a shiny Pidgey that I currently own that I caught when I was at the Harry Potter Warner Brothers Studio Tour. I'm going to be nicknaming it Harry and I'm going to be using it on a Let's Go Shiny only run through. I caught it while eating a overpriced hot dog for lunch and I'm never going to forget the moment. And it's let's be honest, it's not one of the greatest Pokemon Pidgey or the Pidgey line. I don't mind it, I quite like them. They're not the strongest, I don't care. I'm still going to be using it and Pidgeotto is going to be the first mascot Pokemon on my team. Now the second Pokemon on my mascot team is going to be my favourite Pokemon. It's a mascot team, I think I'm allowed my favourite Pokemon. And can you guess what it is? It's definitely pretty much on my shoulder right now, as you can see in the frame. It is Mimikyu. Mimikyu has been my favourite Pokemon since its introduction in Generation 7, or at least I should say since I used it in Generation 7. When it was introduced I thought to myself it was probably a bit of a stupid idea and I wasn't on board, and then I realised, oh my god, this thing's amazing. There are Pokemon out there that are based on things like, it's just based on a squirrel, or it's just based on a fish, you know, like Masculine. But Mimikyu has an absolutely perfect origin story. Now if you see Mimikyu's true form, you will perish. So what it does is it dresses up as what it believes is the most popular Pokemon out there, Pikachu. I mean, let's be honest, who would say no to a ghost fairy cosplaying Pokemon in their team? I certainly wouldn't turn that down. My third Pokemon would be Dunsparce. Now I know Dunsparce gets a lot of hate and I can see why people do, but my personal experiences with Dunsparce have led me to love this Pokemon. I first used it on my first run through of Gold back 20 years ago now in 2001 when it was released over here in England, and I loved it. I caught a Dunsparce in Dark Cave. I didn't realise it was a 1% encounter rate, I must have just got lucky. I used it to beat Volkner with Rage, and then used it to beat Whitney with Mudslap and Rollout. I then used it to beat Morty with Dig. I then used it to beat Jasmine with Dig. And I then used it to beat Price with its own rollout. That's 6 of the Johto gym leaders purely down to what Dunsparce did. And ever since then I thought to myself, oh my god, this Pokemon's really strong, I'm going to have to use this all the time. And then it got to nowadays and people just hate on it and I don't know why. I don't care if its stats aren't that great, if you use it well, it's fantastic, especially with that Serene Grace ability. So Dunsparce to me is always going to be in a mascot team, because it just represents my childhood. And now taking up the 4th spot is a Pokemon that I have been using over on Pokemon Go. My MVP there, my most valuable Pokemon, is Togekiss. Now I don't know why, because its stats aren't perfect and its CP isn't the highest it can be, but for some reason it just absolutely outshines everyone. It outshines all of the legendaries I've pretty much got, it demolishes next to everyone in a battle, especially against fighting types, and I cannot fault it. I've never really used Togekiss on a run through before on a core game. I've used Togepi and Togetic a couple of times, they've been alright, and then when I saw Togekiss I was like, I'm really not that bothered. But Pokemon Go has made me really appreciate this Pokemon, and I want to put it on my mascot team and might even use it on a playthrough soon just to see how strong it can be. Now my favourite animal is the gecko, so my 5th place spot goes to Trico. It could just as easily go to Sceptile, but I think that Trico's got more of a cuteness to it. Now if anything I actually prefer Sceptile as a Pokemon, but because this is a mascot team I think Trico is more like a gecko than Sceptile is. When I was first playing Generation 3 I always chose Trico. The Generation 3 games didn't really give it a good moveset, but I didn't really care, I found a way to use it, and if you grind with it and keep it into Sceptile it becomes really strong. Not only that, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire actually introduced a Mega Sceptile. This gave me even more incentive to use a Trico on my run through in Gen 6 and Gen 3, and I just absolutely love it. It's definitely a mascot for my team. And in the 6th place spot we have Caterpie. Again, another specific Pokemon, my Caterpie solo. I recently finished a challenge to try and use only one Caterpie for an entire sword run through. Now I'm not going to tell you how that challenge has ended, however all I will say is that I freaking love my Caterpie solo. Do not underestimate her. But that's pretty much my mascot team. If you want to do your own, check out Taechichu's video. Again, I hope I've said that correctly. I'll put it in the end screen as well, so you can just easily click there. Subscribe to her channel, subscribe to mine if you want to, and do your own team. Let's get this going around. It's a bit of fun and I really enjoyed making this actually. So what would your mascot team be? Make a video, tag everyone in it, and just see how far it goes. Thank you for watching this one though, and I shall see you again soon. Bye bye.